Freakier Friday is here. The sequel to the, was it 20? I don't think it was 2006, the first Freaky Friday. And here it is. Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan are back in Freakier Friday.
By the way, don't forget that there was a earlier version of Freakier Friday.
It's a reboot. This is a reboot of from Freaky Friday. This is now the 2006.
Was that Jodie Foster and Ellen Burstyn or something? I know it's Jodie Foster.
Well, this is the new one that involves now grandkids. And Alan, why don't you tell us the story of this? It's Disney, so I know you love it already.
Yes. All right. So it takes place years after the events of the first Freaky Friday. Anna, played by Lindsay Lohan, has a kid whose father left, working as a single mother. Tess is now the overly involved grandparent who is now a famous online therapist or TV therapist, whatever. And so in this case, Anna and Harper, her daughter, is having problems. Harper just wants to be a free spirit, wants to do her thing. And Anna is that parent that tries way too hard to connect with her daughter, offering her safe space, overdoing it when it comes to expressing your emotions, but then at the same time needs to be a parent and offer some discipline, and it's just not working. Well, while Anna goes off to school, she is confronted by her rival, an international student named Lily. And she is kind of this popular girl who's into fashion, and decides that Harper is her target, and the two will never get along. They get into a food fight, which forces them to get suspended, which means the parents have to come in. And so Anna comes in to a meeting along with Lily's father, Eric, who's played by the Acolyte's Manny Jacinto. And did you realize that?
I kind of thought he looked like him, and then I was like, oh, I guess it is him.
It is him, yeah. Well, Eric and Anna, after first meeting, fall in love, and months later, they get engaged and are about to be married, to the dismay of Lily, who realizes that she's now permanently going to be living in Los Angeles when she wants to return back to England, and for Harper, who just doesn't want to have Lily to be her stepsister. And during the bachelor party, there's a medium there, a palm reader played by Vanessa Bayer, who sees that their paths had crossed long ago and that the same fate might happen to them. And lo and behold, the next morning, body swapping happens. Anna swaps with her daughter Harper, and Tess swaps with Lily. And as a result, the young girls, now the adults, realize that here's their chance to break up the wedding, and they plan out to do that. But in order to switch back, ultimately, they have to learn a valuable lesson. So yeah, it's the updated version of Freaky Friday involving grandchildren.
It's freakier because it has like 3 generations.
Yeah.
Mother, daughter, and then granddaughter. Granddaughter and relation to be, I guess, through Manny Jacinto. This is Disney, at what Disney does best. Everything is diverse. Everything is safe. While the ending kind of got me, it was like there was an emotional moment where Lindsay Lohan has a moment with her daughter. She's a pop star that didn't really take off. Yeah. Was in a band and has a moment. She's now like a manager of a band, and she has a moment on stage, a musical number, a song that she wrote that her daughter thinks the song was for an ex-lover, but the song was for her daughter. And that
spoiler alert.
Oh, who cares? No, does anyone care about spoilers for this movie? It's not a big spoiler, but she wrote this song for her daughter, and I thought, oh, okay, that's what Disney does well. But I did not like this movie. I found it just so typical. I feel like all the check boxes were being checked. I feel like I've seen it before better. I like the idea of brain switching movies but they're never great. Someone should do a film, an anthology film, 12 movies about brain switching and make it interesting. You know, you and I switch brains.
69.
Why don't we switch
Probably.
brains? Make that happen. Or you switch brains with your dog, Molly, or something like anything. I just feel like seen it before, done better. Not for me, but an audience will love. I actually do like Jamie Lee Curtis and I like Lindsay Lohan. So I like those. I like them as actors, but didn't love it. Alan, what'd you think?
Yeah, so I got the invite for the early screening, and it happened to be at the mall my daughter really likes, and so I said, "Hey, we're gonna go see Freakier Friday because I'm leaving for DC, and it's at your favorite mall." And she's like, "Well, I'll go only because it's at my favorite mall." so and so we went, and we had a great time. We went to Barnes and Nobles, which is her favorite store for some reason, and then so all this to say is we had incredibly low expectations going in. In fact, the worst part of the trip was walking in to see Freakier Friday. That said, we actually had a really great time with Freakier Friday.
God.
Oh my! People are asking. Yes, in the first Freaky Friday movie, my grandfather's restaurant is in it. That's where they get the body swap, and I'm like, oh great, they're gonna pass that on to a white woman now. But they brought the Chinese ladies back who were involved in the. So okay, so I'll give them the pass on that. Look, why does this movie work? Why did it work for us? The biggest thing is that each of the four characters had a distinct character arc. Yeah, there was a lot of silliness. There was a lot of silly humor going on. The whole, kids learning what arthritis is, and the older ladies, loving the fact that they have a tight ass now. But
I did like that.
yeah, there's that stuff that you expect from a body swap movie of, what's it like to be young again, what's it like to be old. But at the same time, it is this love story. It is a love story between Anna and Eric. It's also a love story between Anna and Harper, and then Eric and his daughter, and just parents really trying to navigate teenhood, and doing a horrible job at it. And this is a theme that has run through movies for decades. Parents and teens, and this movie really got it. Each character, like I said, all four of them had a distinct character arc and something they had to learn and a lesson they had to learn in life, and they learned it in a very interesting way. That to me, that this script, this is the second of the three movies that I'll say had a smart script behind it. It wasn't just about the gimmick; it was about the journey that these characters go on. And as you say, the ending, there's a touching moment in the ending, because this is about parents and teens connecting in a way that they have never connected before, and every parent can relate to that. So if you're a grown-ass man like I am, no, I'm not recommending you go out and see this movie. It's not a movie you have to go see, but this is definitely a movie about mothers and daughters. And I think if you're in that relationship, and if you like old sappy Disney movies about family, you're going to enjoy this movie.
Well, the thing is this. I have no problem with this movie existing. It's fine. I just remember liking the original better. I think this is really for women and young girls. This is a movie for girls.
Yes.
But Disney used to be able to make movies for men. The computer who wore tennis shoes, all the Kurt Russell. I have a box set of the Kurt Russell movies that he made.
They remade those.
Did they? I bet they're
with Kirk Cameron in the Kurt Russell row.
Never saw him. Didn't know they existed.
It was on the Disney Channel.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that they used to reach a happy medium. I just think it's not for me. So I'm not recommending it. Maybe don't take my advice. If you're in the demographic this is going after, you'll probably like it. I can see people like the audience I saw it with liked it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to admit that it's one of the better Disney movies that have come out in a long time. And look, diversity isn't woke, but it's the preaching that's woke. And this movie doesn't preach.
Right. It doesn't. At least it has that.